There was a time when George Jones wasn't just battling alcohol, he was battling himself. By the late 1960s, Jones was one of country music's biggest stars, but behind the scenes, his life was unraveling. Heavy drinking, prescription pills, and constant paranoia were taking a toll on both his career and his marriage to Tammy Wynette. During that difficult period, George became convinced that Tammy and fellow Grand Ole Opry star Porter Wagoner were romantically involved. There has never been credible evidence that they were, but Jones later admitted that jealousy had clouded his judgment. Then came one of the strangest stories in country music history. According to George Jones himself, the incident happened backstage at the Grand Ole Opry's historic Ryman Auditorium. In his 1996 autobiography, I Live to Tell It All, Jones confessed that he followed Porter Wagoner into the men's restroom during an Opry show. As Porter stood at the urinal, George confronted him over his suspicions. Jones wrote that he grabbed Porter by the genitals and declared that he wanted to see what Tammy was so proud of. Porter reportedly reacted in shock, and the incident created chaos backstage. According to Jones's account, Wagoner missed his scheduled appearance because he needed to clean up and change clothes after the confrontation. Looking back years later, Jones admitted he didn't even remember the incident because he had been so intoxicated. He later acknowledged that Porter was the one who reminded him what had happened. What makes this story remarkable isn't just how outrageous it sounds, it's that George Jones chose to tell it himself. He didn't include it in his autobiography to get laughs or create headlines. He included it as an example of how addiction, jealousy, and poor decisions had turned him into someone he barely recognized. Over time, George and Porter repaired their friendship. The anger eventually faded, and both men continued to be respected members of the country music family. For George Jones, the story became something much larger than an embarrassing moment. It became proof that even legends can lose their way, and that owning your mistakes is sometimes the first step toward redemption. That's one reason George Jones remains one of country music's most fascinating figures. He never claimed to be perfect. Instead, he told the truth about his failures, hoping others could learn from them. I'm David C. Walters, and this has been Country Music Spotlight. Until next time, thank you for watching, and may God bless you and yours.
In a room with a flickering light, country music spotlight shining bright, showcasing tales of legends old, with heart and story